Hi guys, welcome back to Nothing of Note. I'm Nick.
I'm Eli.
We're watching Boba Fett.
All right, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Episode
two.
Three.
That's right. Episode 2 is the
This
last.
is 3. We're on
Episode 3.
Woo!
Last episode I didn't love, didn't hate. There's things I liked about it, things I didn't. So I'm hopeful for this episode.
I really liked a few things that they did. I'm excited to see some more Tusken stuff because I feel like that's been a highlight of the show. Mm-hmm. Which is also kind of one of my complaints about the show so far.
Weird thing, yeah. It's like,
but
I loved
like
it, but
also, it's the whole thing.
I loved it. There's just so much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, but I still want some more of it. I guess I'm hoping.
I want to see the story progress a little more, though.
I want to go more into the underworld.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the twins, with the Hutts. Yeah, with the twins.
With the Hutt twins.
I'm excited to see that. I hope we get to see more of that. Because that was exciting.
The Wookiee.
Yes.
His name is Black Chrysanthemum or something like that. Something. Anyways, he's from the comic books.
Really?
Yeah, he actually like has some involvement with like I think he's already met Boba because in the comic books and stuff he's like around. I don't remember when those comic books are around, but I feel like they're around like the beginning of the Empire or the beginning of the New.
I knew that.
Anyways,
I didn't know that at all.
So he is a comic book character that is now coming to live action. Which is really cool, and I'm excited that they're pulling stuff from other places. You know.
Yeah. Awesome. That is really cool.
And so I want to see him fight something.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. I want to see him just manhandle something.
Yeah.
Almost even Tuskens. Even if it's like a bunch of Tuskens attacking, he's just like bashes their skulls in.
Rip their arms off.
Yeah, he's a Wookiee.
If he does not rip someone's arms off, I'm gonna be kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I mean,
we haven't seen a Wookiee rip someone's arms off.
Right, even though it's been threatened.
It's been threatened
multiple times.
I want to see it.
I'm with you on that.
I'm wondering if there is a scene in like the
maybe a droid, but never a person.
Like the during the Clone Wars.
Yeah, but still, never an actual person.
Yeah, I want to see
someone's
arms.
Yeah. Okay.
Aggressive. But
All right. Let's get into it.
Chapter
3. Here we go. Disney Plus original.
The mayor sent me.
Do you think he would lie when or do you think that was a whole ploy he knew and he was just trying to?
I don't know. Or maybe
he said the mayor sent him and he was so.
Unless someone hired them under the mayor's name.
That's okay. Okay. No. The Hutts would do that. They've been criminal underlords for a long time. So. Oh, I just noticed how she's like wrapped around him. That's
what I was saying. They're incest
I never
Hutts.
Noticed that.
They're like wrapped around each other. It's and Hutts are already.
Yeah, they're already.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, that's so cool. What is in there?
A brain.
Mayor has no power. Somebody else is behind that play.
Okay, she seems to think it was in the mayor.
Could be. You want me to ask
That's what you thought.
I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure.
No one respects you.
Enough!
They are half man, half machine. They modify their bodies with droid parts to make themselves even more deadly. I beseech you, Lord Fett.
Wow.
We stole it.
That's a crime.
Is a crime what he charges?
Then farm your own water.
Look, old man.
My
Ooh.
name is Boba Fett.
We know who you are. Go back to your palace.
Watch your tongue.
Shoot.
There is no work, mighty daimyo.
Then you will work for me.
I was hoping you would say that.
You got guts, I'll give you that. Better fight as good as you talk, Dan.
That was awesome. I don't know why that little
That was an
scene
example
was
of
so
natural
great.
selection right there, baby.
2 for 1.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. More Tuskens.
More Tuskens.
Oh. Bantha. Good boy, Ben. Good Bantha boy.
I have business with the Pike Syndicate.
The bikes are so cool. Live action, I love it.
Yeah, that's even a different design than.
Yeah. Oh, nice. They look like fish people.
Please come in, have a seat. My message.
They do look like
Protection
fish.
arrangements are all part of doing business in the Outer Rim. Very well, I'll take payment, be on my way.
The Kentan Striders have already collected protection money for the same territory you lay claim to.
You don't have to pay that speed of my gang. We far outnumber them. The sands have belonged to the Tuscans since the ocean's dry.
We are happy to do business with either party, but we do not want to be taken advantage of by paying protection to both.
That's fair.
I'm sure you understand.
Please understand.
We'll resolve this.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. No.
Yeah, that's
Looks like Anakin was here.
Dang it! Why did I make the joke first?
But seriously, I'm really sad.
No, I know.
But also, it's a great joke.
Yeah. I kind of felt like this is how it was gonna have to end, but like, dang.
Oh my gosh, dude. I did kind of too, but I wasn't expecting it so soon.
Yeah, I agree. That's the chief.
Where's the chick at? I love and hate that I don't know their names because they're Tuscans. Nah, it's the bikers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're dead, bro.
Did they get everyone or just?
Seems like it, but
They
it didn't show the girl,
Or the kid.
daughter of the chief, or the wife of the chief. Oh yeah, and the kid, dude. Don't you dare!
That's not the one.
Oh, that's not his. Okay.
Or maybe it was.
Was that the girls? Oh, that's the OG. That's the one that he used originally.
I think he did just burn it.
Was that the kids?
Yeah.
Did he really burn it? He didn't burn his. There's no way. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't.
I think that was
definitely
the
hers.
girls. Yeah.
So that they didn't show those two, but they were showing their gaffy sticks to
Yeah.
signify that they were dead.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Oh snap! He's at quite. Oh, gaffy stick. Grab the gaffy stick. Come on. Oh.
Whistling birds.
Oh. Oh.
Shock knuckles.
Nice. Oh. Is that gaffy stick still in his shoulder?
Was I don't know if it still is.
Yep, it is. That's awesome.
Ah.
Ow.
Wookiee bites gotta hurt.
Oh yeah. What's up with this?
Bones cracking.
Oh my gosh. Shanked him. Nice. Good thing he hired him, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, Wookiees just can take it.
He's gonna barrel right past him.
Yeah.
Oh, he tackled him.
Dang.
He's so much bigger than the Gamorreans.
Oh yeah.
bite of that ham.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Nice.
Oh, if you trap it down there, him down there.
He's the new champion. Nice.
Yeah,
dude.
He's your new thing that kills stuff.
Dude, that's awesome. And he's got a blade.
Is it a new Rancor?
Yes.
Oh, it's a little one. It's a little big one. It's only a little big.
Oh! It's Machete! He should totally be in Star Wars. It just makes sense.
It does. And of course he's a beast.
Yes, of course.
Clear off Tatooine, then I will consider a truce.
Dang.
They just gave him a Wookiee
And a Rancor. Yeah.
And Machete, hopefully.
No, don't go.
But if you want to work for me,
He'll be back.
yeah.
He better be.
He should have offered him.
Sure that was
Yeah.
a good idea?
That'll kill him.
Do you believe what the HUD said?
I have no reason to believe them. They would benefit from their enemies fighting one another.
I'll
You
arrange a
have
meeting
every
with
reason to
Mike.
believe him.
I saved this one for myself to train. The imprints on the first human, it seems.
Oh.
Now that we arrived, it is said that the witches of Dathomir even rode them through the forest and fens.
They were on Dathomir.
I want to learn to ride this one.
You what?
I want to ride it. It can beast 10 times its size. Teach me.
It will take a tremendous amount of discipline.
He's got that, buddy.
We begin today.
He's gonna let Book of Boba. The imprint on him.
It just attacks him.
I love this. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is amazing. That's so cool.
Those are the shiniest vehicles I've seen in
Yeah.
Star Wars.
No, for
which
sure.
makes them almost not look like they belong in Star Wars, but like
But I kind of like it because they're kind of like a younger gang
Yeah.
too, so they're
They-
maybe
they
like
care
they're
about
like,
what their vehicle looks
yeah,
like.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like Gen Z or something. I love this guy.
We're here to see the mayor.
Yeah, she's definitely the daughter from Lock and Key. Yep. I say that, I could be wrong, but I think so. Nice.
That was guts. That was risky.
Yeah, it was. She's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely like that character.
Yeah, she's
a lot.
my favorite so far.
The mayor's gone. He's working with the Pikes.
Is he?
Oh,
He has some history with the Pikes.
yeah.
Okay, that was great. I loved that.
I did
episode.
too.
That was awesome.
I really like
That was
episode.
awesome. We got to see a lot in that
yeah.
episode. Wait, someone super liked me on Tinder. I have to. Oh. How do you? Where's my super like? Oh, I have to pay to see that. Oh, bump that.
Sorry, but
Hey guys. Yeah.
Hey.
No level.
all right.
fine.
So yeah, no,
Dude,
really
that
like
was
that
amazing. And I'm even gonna say, and sorry to interrupt you. I totally just did.
No, go.
But you were literally telling me before, you're like, hey, no, you know, I won't tell you anything.
Yeah.
But like, people didn't like the third episode.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, world? That was a great episode.
That was a really good episode.
That was amazing. We are I loved the street gang. I loved the
I feel like
Gen
that was my
Zers.
favorite episode. So
Yeah,
far.
100% my
Yeah.
favorite episode. The Rancor.
Yeah.
There's so many things. We'll start from the beginning, but
Yeah.
I just have to say, I loved that episode.
I do want to do a little disclaimer. I didn't see any real spoilers. The only thing I saw was people talking about Power Rangers being in this.
That's why you
And-
said that.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I totally get it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's.
they're like the Power Rangers in it, and that was a lot of people. I did hear a little bit of grumbling that it wasn't very good, and the one thing was like, "Oh, the Power Rangers in it, it's so cheesy."
I'm looking this up, by the way.
No, you're good. I was like, "What are you doing?" Anyways, yeah, no, the Power Rangers, like, they're like, oh, it's so cheesy and everything, which I feel like it was actually handled pretty well. I do see what the people were talking about, but I definitely enjoyed that street gang.
No, I mean, they said it was cheesy,
the
but
female character there, I think she was really well done. Obviously, I don't think they could establish all of those characters, so kind of focusing on the main two there was a good thing.
I see kind of what they're saying if it's cheesy, but at the same time, like, I didn't. I mean, it felt very real to me, like how a young... Right. I keep saying Gen Z, I know. I'm Gen Z technically, so. But like a young Gen Z, like a young kind of gang growing up in a super low income world, and in our world it would be more of like a state or a city, but like Tatooine is like its own city in a world, but or Mos Espa, but really most cities are probably like that on Tatooine. But no, I mean it felt very how I would imagine it would be. Like I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Why would people live on Tatooine?" But it's like a lot of the people
because they were born there and
like,
they're stuck.
Can't leave. Yeah, they're stuck. Yeah, so it's like
they don't have money to get out. I can't find it, but I really think it was the girl from Lock and Key. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah, I don't think we need to look it up. Yeah, we'll just move on. But okay, so at Jabba's palace, the little spider droid with the little
explain
thing,
that.
I said there was a brain.
Yes, explain that to me.
So those are monks. Whenever that temple, Jabba's palace is a temple. Okay, and the monks that are a monastery. It's a monastery.
Okay,
and like the monks that live there, once they reach that heightened thing for their religion type thing that they have going on, they remove their brain and put it in these droids. Yeah. So I correct, like if you have anything to add or anything, like, because I don't know like everything about Star Wars. I just know that those are brains in that. Yeah.
Jabba's palace is a monastery?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense it's called a palace, but does he just like, is it like a separate...
Like he took it over. Like, but some of the monks are still there, and they still like do the caretaking for it. Because they're not fully... when their brains get put in there, they're not fully sentient like they used to be.
They're like... So they put their brains in to say like, we're here to take care of this place, kind of.
Yeah. Anyways, it's
I love Star Wars. Yeah. I do. That's amazing.
So that little small
George
thing,
Lucas
leads me into another small thing. That little toad that was outside of Jabba's palace in Episode 6, and them having it like catch the bird.
Oh yeah, no, I loved that. We both reacted to that. That was awesome. Good. That was awesome. Yeah, I loved that. And those are little things in the episode, but man, I really wish I would have taken notes, guys. But I was so into the episode. I'm trying to go back kind of to the beginning, but...
one of my favorite things about this episode, which is something that I do like the other episodes for, but I'm glad that there wasn't very much flashback in this episode.
Yes. No, and it felt needed because the last episode, there was so much flashback. In fact, that was one of my biggest complaints, as I said, there was so much on it. And I did say that I was going to be okay with it as long as moving forward we kind of got to see more of... I said present, I think, at the time, which you kind of made the point, which I agree with more now, is that it's almost like there's just these two separate timelines that it's focusing on. The show's about these both timelines. So, but I was really sad to see the Tuskens all die. The little boy, for sure. Those were the Raffi sticks. Yeah. So.
Do you think we're going to see more in the past, or do you think they're that they've wrapped it up? Because
no,
I feel like they could just say we're good here.
I think,
but I don't know
I think possibly, but even if they do, they're gonna have to at least they're gonna show him. They're gonna show him. They're gonna show him. I don't know if they'll show him find Finnick, but they're definitely gonna show him track down the biker gang and probably beat the crap out of them.
Yes,
they set it up. The Pikes. He's gonna. I don't know if he's going to find more Tuskens or if it's just gonna show him kind of beat up this biker gang and then. I don't know. It's got to resolve it. Maybe one more episode of flashbacks and maybe not anymore. But it's going to resolve something with the Pikes. Yeah. There's a lot going on with the Pikes that he has history with. So I feel like it's going to do something with that. Oh, what if the Pikes actually had the biker gangs go and beat up the Tuskens, like kill the Tuskens after he went to them? Like, what if that's what that was?
Well, because he was meeting with the Pikes. So that was my first thought was, they took advantage of taking out the... Yeah. because he was a protector of the Tuscans at that point. And they would know, they know who Boba Fett is. Yeah. So, I mean, he did work for the Pikes, I think is what he said at one point.
Well, he was a bounty hunter.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He had a reputation.
Of course, I think he mainly worked for Jabba once he started working for Jabba.
Right.
But he may have in the past, so.
Yeah. But no,
there's so
so
many things
Black
to talk
Chrysanthemum, like,
Dude.
however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
He that fight scene was really cool. Him pulling him out of the Bacta tank.
Oh, yeah. Dude, the freaking pulse electric brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Those were awesome.
Yeah. And then, like, his biker king coming in and helping him. So I did have a complaint, but I really enjoyed the scene. I did have a complaint because I was like, man, he's getting saved every single time by someone else.
See, it's funny. That's
Which
my
this, but the thing was, that fight
made sense.
and that fight I liked it in, but I wish it wouldn't have happened in all the other fights so far.
Thank you. So I didn't say it when we were watching it, but I was like, see, okay, this is a point where I'm okay. He's freaking asleep, naked, in a Bacta tank, and it's a Wookiee.
Right.
Like, I'm okay with this. But all the other fights I wasn't happy with. I liked this fight scene because it made sense.
Yeah.
He got back up and I was okay with it. I wasn't like mad because it's Boba Fett. Yeah, he's in his underwear and he was asleep and he got attacked by a Wookiee bounty hunter.
He still put up a good fight.
And he still put up a good fight. Yeah, with his...
So,
Exactly.
I don't think we're going to see any more of him having to be rescued every single fight. I think we're past that point. I think we're gonna see him go wipe out that gang. We're gonna see some stuff. So
the other thing, I was thinking about this before we watched too, and while we were watching it, I kind of thought of something. I was like, okay, as far as the flashback scenes where he's fighting, I can't defend those. Like, those upset me. But what I was thinking about is that how he's kind of like going like, I gotta make a show. Like, here, I've got to answer. I feel like he's been Mr. Nice Guy for a while now.
Yeah.
And I almost am like, maybe that's why he's been kind of holding back a little bit, even though he did like blow up a guy with his. Right. But like, he's trying, I think he's like fighting with like, trying to be this new leader that's not just fear, but respect. But now he's like, all right, this isn't working, so like, I'm not going to go by fear, but you are going to respect me. And I feel like he's about to go off on some people. And I'm excited. I
feel like he really doesn't have much going for him right now.
He doesn't.
And so that's what, with the Pikes and everything.
But that's when bounty hunters do their best work.
I don't know. And I do like that, what I said at the beginning, where I was like, he may have been hired by the mayor. But like, really, it was someone else hiring him under the mayor's name. No, that wasn't the case, and I really enjoy that. That the mayor is just so good at playing both sides against each other. He probably convinced the twins to come in.
Yep.
To then have that power struggle. Hopefully, one of them kills the other one, and then, hopefully, the twins kill Boba, and then. Because the Pikes are coming in, the Hutts don't want to go to war against the Pikes because the Hutts aren't what they used to be. So
I had a different take on that a little bit. I kind of thought it wasn't necessarily the mayor. I thought the mayor was kind of working for the Pikes the whole time, in the sense that the Pikes are calling the shots.
Oh, okay.
So that the mayor did hire him,
right?
But it was by the Pikes' direction.
They did say that the mayor promised the territory to another gang.
Yeah, that's okay.
So
that's true.
Or another syndicate.
That's true.
So he promised.
So yeah, okay, no, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So I like yours better anyway. I like that better. Like, that's better writing anyway. Because I was back and forth. I was like, is it the mayor? Is it not? Like, the small interactions we have with him, you're like, I don't know. He's shrewd. Yeah. Like, yeah. The Rancor.
Yeah, the Rancor.
That was awesome. And I love, it's almost a callback a little bit, like, to the Beastmaster from...
Yeah, they took that scene where the Beastmaster's weeping and he's so distraught.
Because you're had such a bond with it.
Why is he so upset?
And now you get it.
And now I'm like, I feel really bad for that guy.
Every time I watch that movie now and I see that scene, like, I'm going to feel really sad that I never felt before.
I wrote down reshading Star Wars because they're, with all this new stuff, they're like reshading how you look at certain things, like how you look at the Tuskens, how you look at the Rancor Keeper. Like, you're going to... Every time you watch Star Wars now, you're looking at everything just a little bit different, and I like that they're not doing it like super big that way, but they're adding in these little things, and you just like look at each scene just a little bit different.
And I appreciate them doing it because Star Wars is such a great story. George Lucas's mind created such a great story, and I didn't read a lot of the books or comics or anything like that, like the old ones, but I do remember reading one book, and I don't even remember the name of it, but it's about Anakin right after he leaves Tatooine. He's with Obi-Wan, and they go to a planet that's basically living, and the ship that he makes is like from the planet, and it's like living, and it's just a really good story. George Lucas
no
wrote
idea
it.
what you're talking about.
No,
Yeah.
you may not. And it was like a book that I bought at like a yard sale. My point is, without getting too off topic here, is that George Lucas did create such an amazing world, but the original movies, I love them, but they just came so early in a time where film was. We didn't have what we needed to really appreciate Star Wars. And so it seems like to me Star Wars is doing this thing where like even with the Clone Wars, like I've watched the Clone Wars and now I love the first 3 episodes, or the last 3 I should say, but episodes 1 through 3, whereas before it was like but you look at them in a whole new shit. It's kind of helping in not a way where you're like, oh, you've just totally rewritten the story, or you're just like trying to explain everything away. You don't feel that way where you're like, oh, you've explained everything away. It's a different story, but it's helping you appreciate the original so much more. And they're doing such a good job with it. And it's just, and especially with like this episode, it was such a little thing. It was so subtle, I almost didn't even think about it.
Right.
But it like I said, now I will watch that episode and I will watch that scene and I will totally view it in a different way. It's gonna make me appreciate a scene where I used to just laugh and be like, that's so silly, and now I'm like, I feel your pain. That's so sad.
Yeah, and they're really expounding upon like the lore in this, and like a lot of people who don't know very much about some of this stuff, they're learning
and I'm
more
kind of a part
about
of that
it
a little bit.
Yeah, and it's I like the idea that the Rancor imprints on the first human sees, and it's kind of like a weird new like bonding thing, and I don't know, it's cool. And then like the first time Boba Fett was in anything was in the holiday special. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't know that. No,
and he was riding a mythosaur, I think, which is, anyways. But he was riding a creature. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, see, that's what I'm saying.
And then them bringing that back around, I think, was really cool. I actually don't know if he was riding a mythosaur. His logo is a mythosaur, and the Mandalorian logo is a mythosaur. Right. Which, but he was riding some creature in that, and he was using the Mandalorian's rifle in that. That's where they got the rifle from. Anyway, but yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, don't play through that. Talk about it. We're here. Yeah. I love this stuff, and that's kind of my point.
So I'm so excited to in the future see Boba ride a Rancor.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. And that's my point, though. I know I'm kind of riding this hard, but filmmaking back then, I feel like there was like now.
Well, Star Wars revolutionized it. They created all of this stuff, and like that's my biggest complaint about the sequel trilogy is it doesn't push the technology forward, and Star Wars was always pushing technology forward because the technology wasn't there for them to do what they wanted to do. Right. So they made it. Maybe they couldn't make all of it, so then they couldn't tell exactly what they wanted. And I think that with The Mandalorian and the volume that they made, they did that again, and they're just expounding on it more here. Yeah. So it's just they're really pushing that storytelling with the technology that they're building around it. So it's not like, I wouldn't say Star Wars would be better now if it came out now, because like the reason that we have all of this stuff is because of Star Wars. Like all of this modern movies, all modern action movies are influenced by Star Wars in some degree. That's how just across the board it is.
It's huge. Yeah. And it's also, I mean, at that time, doing a show like that wasn't a thing. Like you didn't do, like TV shows were comedies or sitcoms, you know? Yeah. And now we get all these bite-sized pieces where they're able to do what you couldn't do before. Where you're like, oh, we're going to touch on the lore here. And we're the Mandalorians. Here's a show about it. And Boba Fett, here's a show about him. Yeah. And I love it.
Star Wars really lends itself to the episodic.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and I mean, literally episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. You know, it's just now we're really actually getting episodes.
And I didn't really fully appreciate that until more recently. But like I really love The Mandalorian, but I didn't really think about how like I think this is a better format than movies for Star Wars moving forward. I want to see some more Star Wars movies, but like if you can get the same, I mean that looked like it was a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
So you get the same quality.
Give me miniature movie. Give me 20 miniature movies versus 3.
Stretch it out. Yeah. Give us those little moments, like the little things that you're not going to get in a big movie.
To go back,
Sorry, yeah,
because we got.
I don't know where
I know. To go back to the show, I want to pull.
Where were we at?
Bubba has made us appreciate Star Wars.
Yeah,
we'll clip it there. Go back to the show. We were talking about the Rancor. I'm excited to see more of that. I want to see him ride a Rancor. I want to go back to the gang. Mm-hmm. I really want to see more of the lady. The girl, who I think
Rider.
from Lock and Key, the Blue Rider, and the Red and the Red Rider.
Yeah,
I like both of those.
The yellow and green riders, they didn't really show very. They much.
Almost told us like, hey, they're not as good.
Yeah,
like it shows the Yellow Rider wreck and everything.
Yeah.
And
but I thought their outfits were really cool and stuff. So.
But no, I'm excited to see that. I want to see exactly how the Pikes are going to play in. You had mentioned before about like this. I almost said Targaryen, Tusken. These Tusken Raider army that Boba will bring in. And I still, that's where I almost said, like, I want you to be right about that still. And so I'm hoping we see some more flashback in that other Tusken tribes will either see, like, what he did for them, or he'll even try and go to other Tusken tribes. I mean, he can speak to Tuskens for sure now at this point. Maybe even speak Tusken. I don't know. I'd love to see him speak Tusken, even though it's probably not going to happen.
I think he would. I think you could still go and like just prove like, hey, I'm one of
with
you.
The gaffy stick and show how he can fight like that. I mean, he learned their culture. So I don't want that dream to die because I love that. I love the idea of that. I want to see where like you were saying how he's kind of got nothing going for him right now, but I want to see like Rancor ride in, with a bunch of Tuskens. I
will say
like.
It didn't feel like the first 2 episodes, the present timeline didn't have a lot going for him. Mm-hmm. And then this episode, I feel like he got a gang, which is helpful, obviously. Yeah, he got a Tusken. He got a potential ally in Black Chrysanthemum.
Yes, I really want to see him come back. I was sad whenever he let him go.
Right, but I feel like he'll come back.
Yeah.
And he showed the Wookiee Chrysanthemum knows
saying it right.
Knows Boba, so like I think and then now that he's seen like him show honor in releasing him instead of selling him back to the slave or killing him, you know. I don't know.
I feel like he would have admitted it right there if he's going to life debt,
but man, I wish he would have just been like, hey, or you could come work for me.
Especially because he literally just did that, which that would be one thing I actually thought about. I was like, I kind of don't get how with this like young street gang, he was like,
unless he just because he has, like I said before, he has history with this character, so maybe he knows that wouldn't work right now.
Yeah,
let him go. He might come back. He might not.
Yeah,
but he knows if I tell him now, he's not going to join me.
Yeah, that's true. Because then it's just like me taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
What else are you going to do?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I mean, Boba Fett. We've talked about how he's kind of a barbarian, but especially being with the Tuskens, I think that he's kind of learned. He's learning more how to, like it says, managing a family versus yeah.
I am excited that I'm happy that the Hutts are pulling out of the story.
Mm-hmm. Me too. It was cool to see them, but I'm glad they're
for a few reasons. I didn't want them to go to war against Boba because then it establishes like it kind of burns a few bridges that I like to still be in place. The way this ended, he can still have relations with the Hutts and like work with the Hutts for later stuff down the road, and so I'm excited for that.
Yes, and plus for me it was like, yes, get the Hutts out of here, bring in the Pikes, because we've seen Jabba the Hutt. Yeah. We've seen Hutts. I want to see Pikes live action.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
I have to say I have one complaint. And it's a silly one. When he met with the Pike in the flashback, his mouth did not match when he was talking.
Oh, did it not?
No, and I could hardly focus on the scene. It was driving me crazy.
I didn't see that.
Go back and watch it. Like
okay.
He literally, it did not match.
Oh man.
It bothered me a lot. But other than that, like 9.5 out of 10. That was a great episode. Anyone who said that was the best episode so far of the season.
All right, you talked enough.
I burnt my hand a little. See you guys.
Bye.